Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the last weekend before Christmas and it's been very chaotic back at the studio with a lot of commission artwork. There's been Christmas workshops, there's another workshop that's happening in about 2 hours from now. So I'm in the middle of all of this and I thought I'll take you through a small glimpse of what I'm working on for Christmas. So this year I decided to make some season's greetings for my friends. Basically postcards hand painted by me and send it to them for the Christmas or by the New Year's to them, depending on how much and how many I manage to do in this little period. Recently, I got these custom-made postcards done for my studio to send it to my clients and everyone. It's a bit more personalized. I thought I could paint some nice Christmassy stuff and New Year stuff, wreaths, Christmas trees, all of these stuff, and basically send it to my friends with some nice sweet little notes. Every year I usually bake and try to send those baked stuff to my friends, but this year with the studio work, with client work, it's been very chaotic and I don't think I have the time to do any of those things this year. So I thought, why not make that little time back in the studio itself and paint some beautiful postcards. So this is a very close to my heart thing that I'm planning to do, because growing up we had this beautiful culture, tradition, whatever you call it, where we would send across these beautiful greeting cards to our family and friends on their birthdays, especially if we were living far away and not in the same city. My cousins used to send me birthday cards, New Year cards every year growing up, and I used to do the same for them. And it was the most beautiful, most cherished thing that I had during my childhood. But sadly, that doesn't exist anymore. I don't know how many of the current generation kids have this habit or know of this as such. But for me, it was the most beautiful thing. And sadly, I don't have them. I treasured them for so long, but I think somewhere between moving houses and my mom's OCD, that she has this habit of, getting rid of all the old stuff and everything, I think they went missing in all of that. But luckily, I think it was much later. I think when I was dating my then boyfriend, current my husband right now, he used to write me postcards everywhere he traveled. Like wherever he traveled, he would write a postcard or two, sometimes more than two. He would write and he would give it to me when he returned. And that is something I still treasure. I have a separate box for it. I put it in a separate shelf for it, so that no one gets a hold of it. They're the most treasured things right now in my life. So this is something I love doing, and I really want this to become a habit again, to do this with my friends, and something I want to also show my students back at the studio. I want them to know of this and I want them to try it out, send it to their family and friends. So yeah, let's hope it goes well. I really hope I finish painting them a little before Christmas, at least 2 or 3 days before Christmas, so I can send them on time. So yeah, it's very impromptu, even recording this, setting this up, this idea. It's just like, it's been on my mind for so long, but I just don't know until I make it if I'll be able to make it on time. So here's hoping, fingers crossed, and let me show you what I do. Sunday was my only day off, and I got this done after a very long time to get some rest back at home. I carried some of these postcards to home, hoping that I'll paint a little. I already had my gouache set sitting back at home, and I thought I could just start off with this one for now. I barely had the energy to do any work. It was just this beautiful golden light in the evening at home that made me consider painting them at home, so I started working on it. So it's Monday and I'm back at the studio. It's 10 a.m. in the morning, and in about another 30 minutes, I have my students coming over. And guess how many greetings I finished over the week? Guess one. So, luckily though, I have all of afternoon once the art camp students leave. I have all of afternoon to work on the greeting cards and probably even be able to post them. Once the morning students left, I started working on them. Luckily, I have the rest of the afternoon for myself since I finished all of my client work, commission artworks last week itself, and this is probably the first time I have little time for myself back at the studio. Yet it's going to be a little more hectic again because I want to finish filming these postcards and also try to make as many as I can so I can send it to my friends on time. In this video, I'm not sure how many I'm going to finish, but I'll just try to make this few that I've already packed for my home and start working on it. Back at home, I was trying to film all of the artwork that I did with my iPhone itself, and back in the studio, I used my Fufifilm camera. You can see the difference in colors and the settings. I am using the videos as they are. I'm not color grading them in any way for this particular video, so you can see how much difference is there in the colors over here. I think while I was working on the first postcard back at the studio, I realized that I don't have any good fine brushes with me in the size of 000 and 0 and those numbers. And I should probably go dig into my art supply lot, which I recently bought from my travels and probably for the studio. I should just put some for myself back into my work area because I was really struggling to make a good clean line with these brushes that I had on my table. I already have a wish list for my next set of art supplies, and that definitely didn't include a fine brush as such, a 0 size brush. Maybe I should include that now. The next wish list is mostly to do with acrylic markers. It is on my list for a while now. I didn't really think of getting them, but maybe I think it would have been really perfect for this particular project for making postcards. I think that would have been ideal type of art supplies to use, but I didn't get them. Maybe I will get them soon. I usually buy my art supplies based on the art project that I have in mind for myself, like a personal project. And that's how I usually end up getting them from the supply stores or ring them up saying that I want a specific material or a medium. This time, I think it's going to be acrylic markers. I don't really know much about them, especially which brand to buy, where to buy, what to buy. I have to do a lot of research on it once I get back home. And yeah, I'll hopefully ask my secret Santa to get that for me this time of the year. In the meantime, I also realized I still have to decorate my studio space. Then I also have another mail that I have to send to a client. And so many things suddenly started popping up. By the end of these sketches that I was making on the postcards, one of my students popped in. It was already time for my evening classes with my students. Yeah, they wanted me hands-on back at the main hall where I usually teach them, and they would just keep popping in every 2 minutes asking me, "Ma'am, what is this? Ma'am, which color do I use? Ma'am, what can I do on this over here?" And still very sweet of them. They want me with them. They want me to guide them. I really love that they trust me so much with their process, and they're also very curious to see what I was doing. So that was one other reason they kept popping into my work area to see what I was doing. And one of them, as expected, was asking that if they could also do that. And two of the students ended up doing some postcards after they finished their usual sketching session and their coloring. They took some small postcard sized papers and they started doing Merry Christmas. They started drawing some jingle bells and some Christmas trees onto the postcards. They even wrote, I think they addressed it to the North Pole, if I'm not wrong. I wish I had taken some pictures of it, but I was also busy with some other students who were doing other artworks, so I didn't. Let's see if I could take a shot or a screenshot sometime tomorrow, day after, if they want to still do more of these postcards, and I'll probably post it on my stories. These are the envelopes that I had, and I realized I didn't have like a perfectly fitting one. So I made use of what I had, and they're pretty old ones as well. So I should probably go back to the art supply store and try to get some new ones. Also, I finally had the chance to use my wax seal. I've been holding this one for the longest of time. I think this is the only stationery item I've been holding which I haven't used in forever. In this gave me a good chance to make use of it. I hope you enjoyed the video so far, and I will see you in the next one.